For my next part, I'm going to be showing how I like to use the insect glaive against the same monster, Topple the Monarch, the high rank Zinogre, solo. Now this set is actually really bad. Evasion 3, Hone Blade, and Razor Sharp is a great set, don't get me wrong, I love it. But you really don't need Evasion 3 for Zinogre. Evasion 1 at the most. However, I don't have a lot of parts, I didn't have a lot of armor, and that wasn't really the point of this video anyways, so I decided to go ahead and make it. Now I'm using the final form of the Chameleos Insect Glaive with the Effect Extender Kinsect. That means that any juice that I get, whether it be red, orange, or white, or even the triple up bonus, is going to last for 2 times the length as normal, which is really great. I do like to pick off colors from small monsters on my way to the larger one. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't, but it's just something I do. Now the first thing we want to do is go for the triple up. So you can get orange from his tail, which I was trying to get here and I missed miserably. White from the back legs, and red from the front legs, and orange from his body. I do like to move around a lot when I'm just hunting and having fun and not being super effective, so you'll see me pretty much use just about every move that the Insect Glaive has in this hunt. One thing I noticed that I didn't know about myself before is that when the record button is on, I actually play a lot worse. I think it's a combination of performance anxiety and just being sloppy as well. Of course, when you're on a G rank hunt and you don't really have the luxury of failing or getting hit, you tend to hunt a lot better. So I think with me taking G rank stuff into an online high rank room is another culprit. So there is one really good combo which I showed off in my tutorial for the Insect Glaive, and there's a few different ways you can get at it. You can do it from idle by pressing X first. You can do a roll and then do X to do the upward twirl, or you can actually do the forward A lunge and then do it off of that. I'll use a little bit of all of them here. The reason why I'm going for the mount now is because he's charged, which means that his back is really weak. So if I can topple him and get off some hits, it's probably going to attack in some good damage. One interesting thing that a lot of people don't know is that if you notice as I hit the back, the animation actually seems to slow down a little bit. In Japanese, or the Japanese community, we call this a hit stop. What it is the game actually controls the speed of your animations, and if you're hitting a weak spot that is really weak and your weapon has very high sharpness, it will actually slow you down a little bit in order to compensate. Otherwise, you'd be way too powerful. For this reason, some really elite players choose not to have the weakness exploit skill, because sometimes it will push you right over the threshold and actually make you do less damage than if you didn't have it on. But these are really advanced topics. I really wouldn't worry about them. If you're doing a lot of damage, that's a good thing. I really love the backflip. Sometimes I'll do it just for no good reason, just because it feels good. You can probably notice I'm getting a little bit lazy here, and I'm getting myself hit. And I'm sure this happens to everybody. You get hit just enough to throw you over when you're dizzy, and he gives you a slap. So the Insect Glaive actually has quite a few moves, but in practice it's actually a pretty simple weapon in my opinion. You're really going to be utilizing a few different draw moves, but you're going to be doing the same combo most of the time. And of course you can do a lot of mount attacks, which is a lot of fun. Now I actually wanted to experiment and try to kill him using the charged bug, because it actually does a lot of damage, especially against a sleepy monster. But you'll see how that went. So one of the things I don't like about this little area is that he's actually lower, so things can actually fly over him. But I managed to hit him, but it didn't quite kill him. So not quite the spectacular finish I was going for, but what you gonna do? And one cool thing to note is that you can get colors from dead monsters. So if you're in a quest against multiple monsters and you kill one, go ahead and triple juice up before you head off and fight the second one. If you notice, I have 945 on there for my attack, but with the triple up, let's see where that jumps. There it is. So all the way up to 1,181. So it's a very substantial increase in attack power. So you should be going for the triple up. Anyways, I hope my really bad shoddy playing doesn't discourage you from using the weapon. But the idea of this series was to do unedited, unrehearsed, just basic runs against the same monsters. So if you haven't tried it out, I hope you do. It's a really fun weapon. Happy hunting.